Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to Trekking Across the Universe. It's that time of year again, folks. We're going to get right to it. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, head on over to ndbmedia.net. It's down at the bottom on the crawler, the ticker, the scroll, or whatever you want to call it. I'm sure the professionals here know what it is. I don't. They'll correct me. Hi, folks. I'm Roger. You know who I am, so it's all good. Michael, where you're not over there, you're over here. How you doing, Michael?
I'm the other way. I'm got it right the first time, Roger.
Yeah, I do the spatial stuff, so it may look like I'm talking. It's just part of it. It's part of the imagination. So, Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing great, but I don't. It's coming all the way around the world, Roger.
You're funny. So maybe it's not looking the correct direction. So I want to welcome Lord Greg, or should it be like this? I don't know. How you doing, Lord Greg? The thing in the north. Thank you for joining us, Greg. How you doing?
Yeah, your mic is very low, Greg.
Oh, that's because the camera is not where the camera usually is. That better?
Okay. Well, hopefully, hopefully he'll be back. Look, we already have people watching us. Folks, don't forget to give us a like and to subscribe. The old folks, especially me, we love that stuff, and it makes us feel better. But I want to welcome two new guests to this program, not necessarily to the network. And I want to welcome... Should I have done it with the Spanish pronunciation? Or
that was Evan Camacho. Sorry, you froze out for a second. I'm like,
you froze out, Roger. Yeah,
you literally froze out.
Yeah, well, I apologize. Well, I did it with an English translation or a pronunciation. Good evening,
We're good.
Evan. So where are you in the world, Evan?
So I'm in Los Angeles, California, making my way in show business. So that's my life and my time.
Well, I am east of you, Evan. I'm out here in what I colloquially call hell because it gets hot out here. I'm out here in Pomona, in the very corner of LA County.
Aw.
So it's all good.
Not too far.
No, not too far at all. Luke Rosenthal, good evening. How you doing?
Good evening, Roger. I'm doing great.
Thank you for joining us, Luke. Where in the world? Where in Westeros or Essos do we find you?
Yes. Well, I'm according to my banner, I'm up in the north at Winterfell, but I wish I was. But no, I'm actually in Los Angeles along with Evan, doing the whole showbiz thing right alongside him. So
okay, well, we may have to change the alignment because Michael is in the nation's capital, not King's Landing, and Greg is somewhere in the northeast, I believe, right?
Yes.
Hi, Lord Greg. Okay, we'll say the northeast.
Can you hear me?
I sure can. We sure do.
Okay. I was still messing with it.
I'll try to bump you up, Greg, if I can. So.
Hey, it's all good.
Yes.
I want to welcome everyone. For everyone watching us in the chat room, folks, why don't you let us know who you are, where you hail from, and we're going to get to it. We are starting the episode that debuted yesterday, the third series now in the Game of Thrones universe, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, known as, or the tagline, The Hedge Knight. That'll come into play in the episode. The episode was entitled The Hedge Knight, written for television by Ira Parker and directed by Owen Harris. The leads are Peter Claffey and Dexter Sol Ansel. Luke, why don't you set the universe for us, please?
Sure, Roger. Yeah, something I really find fascinating about fictional worlds is the world building, the geopolitical situation, the history of it all. So to kind of just set the stage for us, a quick little note is, so the dating system in Game of Thrones is done with BC before conquest, AC after conquest. Conquest being when Aegon the Conqueror, Aegon the First, conquered and united the Seven Kingdoms and formed the Targaryen dynasty. There's a little bit of disagreement as to whether the conquest is the day he lands on what will become King's Landing, or if it's the day he's coronated in Old Town. There's about 2 years between that time period, but it's generally accepted that it's the coronation. So this show is set in 209 AC, so we're 209 years after the conquest of Westeros and the formation of the Seven Kingdoms as we know them in the modern times. It's set about 90 years before the the original show Game of Thrones, which takes place in about 298 AC. it takes place 80 years after the events of House of the Dragon, which is the war that depicts as the Dance of the Dragons from 129 to 131 AC, thereabouts. So we're kind of squarely right in the middle between these two shows, the House of the Dragon and the original series. What's notable is that this world is much more similar to the one in the original series than it is to Dance of the Dragon, because in the House of the Dragon, it's the peak of Targaryen power. They have as many dragons as they will ever have. But at this point, the last dragon has died out in 153 AC. So dragons are officially gone from the world. Their magic has died out. And we are living in a post-dragon society at this point. The ruler... Yeah, it's post-dragon society. The ruler who sits on the Iron Throne currently is Darren II of his name, often known as Darren the Good, widely accepted to be a wise and just and good king by all the small folk and maesters alike. Some notable events of his reign in this period, we actually see Dorne join the Seven Kingdoms for the first time. Because notably, Dorne was the one kingdom that resisted the conquest way back when Aegon the Conqueror went through all the realms. And Dorne stayed independent through many, many different invasions, many Targaryen attacks, all through hundreds of years, very tumultuous. And then finally, Darren marries Mariah of Dorne. And through that marriage, finally brings Dorne into the realm. And the kingdoms are now actually, so for the first time in this period where the show is set, the kingdoms are actually 7 kingdoms. Because before it was really just 6 kingdoms and Dorne was doing its own thing, but no one really wanted to accept that, so they kept calling it the 7 kingdoms when it actually wasn't. But now that title truly is the 7 kingdoms. The other thing of note is that while Darren's reign is mostly peaceful throughout this entire period, it's marred by one act of violence, which is the first Blackfire Rebellion, which stems from Aegon the Unworthy. That was Darren's father. He had a whole bunch of bastards. He slept with a whole bunch of women. He was widely despised and reviled for his debauched and lewd behavior. And when he died, his last act was to legitimize every single bastard he had, meaning that every single natural child now had a legitimate claim to the throne, which, as you can imagine, caused all sorts of horrible trouble. So one of these significant bastards, Daemon Blackfire, launched the first Blackfire Rebellion in 196 AC. So it's roughly about a little more than 10 years before the start of the show. That rebellion is quickly quashed 1 year later, and the remnants of that rebellion flee overseas to Essos. But that kind of provides the political backdrop of the show, where there's a bit of tension still in the air. It's over 10 decade ago, but the lords that backed the rebellion were dealt with very harshly. Most of their lands and titles were stripped away, and there's still some political tension there. They haven't really been forgiven, and that's kind of where we are as events set off during the show.
Luke, excellent. I know that Greg and I did something different for another program, but we spent an hour and a half doing the setup for the universe. That was so well done. I know Greg and I did an episode before the series several years ago. It took Key and I an hour and a half. We were having fun. Very well done, Luke. But thank you for putting us on where we needed to be. So look, folks, the Hedge Knight. This is the episode. Let's just start in the conversation. I want to go ahead, Evan. Tell me whatever you want to do. The likes, the dislikes, or what stood out in the episode. Let's just get going.
Well, what I actually really liked about this episode is that it was the perfect introduction, in that this is not necessarily some grand epic political super story. This is really just about, in our case, 2 people, Dunk and Egg. And I think the introduction of the 2 of them as characters was just fantastic. As you see that Dunk is really just this regular guy. He's this really, really regular guy. And you immediately, I for one, I love the guy because he's looking around and he's trying to it's like, oh, I'm not trying to offend anyone. It's like, who cares? Just go be a knight, go be yourself. And I don't remember who it is, but the actor who played Egg My God, they got him perfect. Absolutely perfect casting for his, not just in appearance, but he's got that plucky little. It's like this kid is smart and way wise beyond his years, but he's also just a kid. It's so perfect. Remember that?
Yeah,
Absolutely love it.
what a
Dexter.
score. Yes, Dexter. I was thinking that he might have even have been up for the line of the last Avatar or the Airbender, but hey,
wow.
that was another thing. I think he would have fit in as well, but that's a
Well, I
personal
saw
opinion.
I did see a behind the scenes video of one that they put on HBO, and they showed him getting his head shaven, and he was kind of nervous about it because he didn't know what he looked like, and then obviously they look at him, it's like, yep, you're egg, you are absolutely egg.
By the way, I want to interrupt. I want to give a shout out to Hope. Thank you for the love already today, Hope.
Yes.
Comment along in the chat room. We all know you are a hardcore Game of Thrones maven. She knows quite a bit. She's been on with us, but she's got some work going on at the house, so she's not going to be able to join us, at least for this episode. Already, Evan, Luke, Greg, Michael, House of the Dragon. We're going to get an announcement on the House of the Dragon during the run. So
I know.
I hope it'll be this year, later this. I am inviting you guys already. So yeah.
Thank you.
So anyway, it's all good. Luke, why don't you go ahead and give us some thoughts on the start of the episode or the start of the series as well?
Sure. Yeah, I really liked how just as Evan was pointing out, how we get a story about the small folk, as as they're known, in the Seven Kingdoms, where most of the other things we see are about the great lords, and this this certainly is adjacent to all that, but it's mostly about just these guys going around, palling around. I love how this very much undercuts itself at so many points. Like there's this very fun, nonchalant tone that tries to, like, when it's going to be epic, it's like, no, God, we're just having fun. I think what set the tone so well is at the very beginning. Dunk is there, he's just buried his sir, and he's thinking about, I'm going to go off and I'm going to go to the tournament and I'm going to be a knight. And the music we know so well starts to swell, and you get that emotion in your heart, and you're like, yes, and you're excited. Game of dun 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 dun, and then it's him having diarrhea behind a tree. Just this. I laughed. It's so perfect, so amazing, and we get so many of those same moments that keep setting up a serious tone and then immediately undercutting it. And I really love that theme so much.
Can I add?
Oh no, sorry.
Something to jump onto that. I love the fact that, like, Lionel Baratheon, they call him the Laughing Storm, and he has this. If you've ever watched Liar Liar, there's a great scene where Jim Carrey's character is brought in. Obviously, he can't lie, and his boss is like, "What do you honestly think of me? And Jim Carrey gives off this hilarious rant about just how horrible this person is. It kind of reminded me a little bit of that when Lionel is basically trying to say, so why are you here, Dunk? What are you really doing here? And Dunk has the food in his mouth, and he's like, supper. And Lionel just starts laughing. He's like, well, at least he's honest.
I did like that myself. That was funny. But I'm going to save my comments till after Michael. So, Greg, why don't you go right now?
So yeah, I mean, the show's off to a great start. Unfortunately, I did not care for the diarrhea behind the tree or the snorting sinuses into the tankard.
That wasn't that much.
I agree, Greg.
I was actually wondering how long we would take before we saw someone go into the bathroom. Well, I guess HBO had to step it up because it wasn't urinating. So unfortunately, yes, HBO is still up to its same old tricks. Next time, I probably won't try to watch the show while I'm eating.
Oh, Greg, I wasn't well, and I thought about it. I was like, thanks, HBO. I did think about that.
So, but other than that, yeah, I just want to echo. I think it's great how, like, now the high folk are now the background and supporting characters. I think that's really clever. I did enjoy the feast in Baratheon's tent. I thought that was a lot of fun. I loved when they were dancing, and then Lord Baratheon is like trying to stamp on Duncan's feet, and Dunk's like, "Well, I'm just gonna do it back." Had a lot of great moments, but absolutely, I thought, the three horses were great. I thought it was a riot when he's on the road to the tournament and he's talking to his horse, like his horse is actually talking back to him. It reminded me a little bit of Witcher in that, and with Roach. I thought that was a lot of fun. And obviously the last scene where he and Egg are finally like thrust, Egg pushes himself onto Dunk, and I thought that was just so sweet when they were lying there, and Egg tells him about luck and the shooting stars, and I thought that was just, it made me think of that, mentor-mentee relationship, like with the Mandalorian and other similar pairings.
Yeah.
Arya and the Hound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Michael, please.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was, I was hoping for a little more action. I don't know why,
Yes.
but I was glad that they kind of set us up of this world, and that was good. After I finished it, I was going to go through it a second time, but I got phone calls, and I was really hoping to go through it again so I could get some more of the details. But that was my general feeling, that I liked how they set it up. We know at least two of the characters. We kind of know what they're all about, and the situation, and see where this goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone knows already, but they're already filming season 2, and season 3 has already been approved.
Wow.
So I understand they're going to film season 2 and 3 back to back.
Yeah.
There's significant age jumps for Egg, so we'll see how that's going to work. We don't know what's going to happen there. But before I get into my personal comments, Greg, I want to respond to you about that scene that we see. I did the math, and I don't know if Michael will correct me on this, but in the first 24 minutes, we saw the restroom, and then we saw the bum 3 times of our lead character. So I don't know if this is the correct mathematical equation that we have to use to determine the actual screen time, or if it's this one, because I don't know. I was actually trying to work out the math. I'm going to need all of your help because I know I butchered it, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. So, but before 24 minutes were on, we'd already had 3 nudity scenes. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, but everybody's got a butt. So I mean, I wasn't as grossed out by that as I was the guy snorting into the cup. I thought that was disgusting.
I really was disgusted by that as well. But all kidding aside, what a start to a program. I have to tell you that all kidding aside, but in the first 24 minutes, I forget, it was a 30-some minute run on the episode. I don't have the exact time. But this guy is actually a good guy. And he is overwhelmed in this universe. No one likes him. Everyone thinks he's sad. Everyone disrespects him. Even his future squire disrespects him upon meeting. Says, "You don't look like a knight." "Oh, you know what a knight looks like?" "Yeah, wow, you don't." That was rather amusing. The exchange that both of them have was awesome. I mean, look, we talked about that he was beat a great deal, but he does tell him, "I wish you didn't die, sir. But I will take care of your horses, sir." And then a few moments later, he's like, "If I sell the 3 of you, I will eat like a king for a year." But then what? What sort of a life will I have? And then he talks about that when he has the sword, he said it fits my grip as well as it fit his. So he gets the idea of the tourney, the Game of Thrones music, and then we also saw what happened. But I mentioned the stable boy disrespects him. No one thinks he's a knight. When he arrives at Allenhall, the girls, they're like, he's sad. You're sad, dude. And no one thinks very highly of him. And I got to tell you, it was a wonderful setup. They don't know Sir Ireland of Pennytree. And the way the game master screwed with him about, are there any witnesses? And he has a nice retort. Yeah, a robin in a tree. Yeah. Were there any witnesses? And then he's like, oh, well, you know. And it was good. It was fun. I did appreciate that. But throughout it, yeah. Oh, and we may know who Jango Fett's genetic DNA might be coming from, right? Because they kept hitting his head on the torso. He's a big guy. And everyone talks about him being a big guy. And they want to test. But he's like a gentle giant that was always with his knight. And now he's genuinely on his own. So I like that aspect of it. He is naive in many ways. And yes, I'm not sure who said it, but when he said, and what do you bring me? Mm-hmm. Why then are you here? Well, supper. And he said, well, yeah, I guess you're right. And it was well, yes, it was well done. I enjoyed it. And the interplay with Dunk, of course, it was really good. I'm not going to go over that scene again with Mr. Baratheon, but it was wonderful when he does get back and he finds Dunk. He says, "What are you doing, you insolent?" Well, he says, "You insolent little whatever." Later, he says, "But I already prepared everything. I did the horses. I cooked your meal, dude." And he's like, "Okay." And did you see how Egg reacted when he says, "I promise I won't beat you, but I will feed you. It won't be the best food, but you will have a full belly and clothes on your back." And the easy smile that Egg had, it was obvious to me Egg had never been told that before. It was an interesting little thing that was well done, and I did appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, Greg. Oh, you okay. Actually, pose these questions in the chat room if you'd like, please.
Yeah, please.
That you're putting in the private chat.
Can you do that, Greg, or do you want me to throw it up?
I think you might have to, because if I go to it, it'll be as I'm viewing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, I'll throw it up, Roger. Whoops, sorry, wrong one.
Right, but
I did it. I did it wrong.
We're having technical difficulties.
Well, it depends where where things are.
We'll leave off the second part, Michael.
Oh, too late.
Oh boy! Well,
ask
spoilers in case anyone didn't know that already.
No.
Well, how about we just do this? Does everybody watching now in chat know who Egg is?
Right.
Because that will probably be a big reveal to anyone who doesn't know that. In the show.
Yes.
It will be, but I mean,
I don't know.
Something that's published.
Well, this won't spoil anything, at least so far. But I like the fact that, based simply on the previews, and if you're aware of the world building of, we're going to get some very dynamic Targaryen personalities in this time period, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them brought to life.
Yeah, the extended promo for the season showed, I guess, what would be Egg would be the king's, either another prince or the king's brother.
Right. I believe it's a
fighting Duncan.
Right. Well, that's the one with the scary mask.
Right.
That's our. I mean, in terms of personality, I mean, the best way I describe him, in my opinion, at least based on the books, is he's Daemon Targaryen and Joffrey Baratheon in one.
Yes.
So he is going to be quite the character.
Yeah, I mean, and then they were already establishing with Damon that the inbreeding is taking its toll on their sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know what? We actually do have to ask ourselves this question. It is well known that we are going to go ahead and talk about the episode. That's the point of this. There will be spoilers.
Right.
Everyone in our universe, Trekking Across the Universe, knows this. I probably should have said that at the very beginning. Again, I did not. But we're 25 minutes in if you haven't figured it out. But
those are the ones that left.
No, they keep coming in and out, which is interesting. But yeah, all joking aside, now they're all gone. But I believe in House of the Dragon, we did talk about the history that was in the books. So we're not afraid of doing that. That's cool to bring it in. So I don't know if you guys want to do that as well. Hey, we only have one episode.
Yeah.
Right.
And it might change something.
Well,
who knows?
which also I think what I've read, I've heard that the runtime for these episodes is actually going to be quite short. I think the next one is like maybe I think it's like 31 minutes. Like these really are like novella short story episodes. So I'm very, very curious.
Yeah, and this one was only like 40.
Right. This one was, and we only have 6 of them. We only have 6 episodes for this entire seasons. So, which, let's face it, the fact that we don't have any CGI dragons definitely will cut down on the time.
I did love the theater dragon, though. I thought that was
was brilliant. Well, actually, can I bring this
in?
Well, something I'd actually like to bring up that Hollywood does not do a good job of doing, even though it really should, is that medieval tournaments were very colorful. They were very fun. And a lot of Hollywood has this very drab kind of gray and brown earthy look to it. When it's like, no, that was totally not what they wanted.
Air going on around them usually.
Right. Well, it was like a circus and a fashion show. That's where knights literally would dress up in their best armor. They wanted to be flashy. They wanted to stand out. There was usually a lot of color in these as well. And I like the fact that we're finally seeing that.
Yeah, no, I really like that little bit because I thought it was a nice Easter egg to be a performance of Serwyn of the Mirror Shield, that story that is so often brought up in the original Game of Thrones. It's just a nice touchstone to connect all the universes together, all the shows together, and make the universe feel really lived in. I think I like that. I like little touches like that.
Yeah.
Hope, thank you for that comment. Yes, she was. And for those that know and don't know, we are still mourning the loss of our co-host, Elizabeth. And thank you for acknowledging that. I did not do that in this episode. Liz was a significant bookworm on it. She knew quite a bit. But as many people do, I'm butchering it. We are going to move forward and we are going to miss Liz. But Hope, we need someone also. So hopefully you'll be taking that set. But I'm expecting her to Hope to join us as well. I hope I didn't take away. I wanted to add that when Baratheon and Dunk were having a conversation, I appreciate how they got into a deep conversation. Yes, he was drunk and he says, "I'm drunk," but he said, "What should I do?" And he says, "You have no chance, but it's a great honor." I was like, wow. That one stood out for me. And stepping a little bit further beyond that scene, if you think about it, Egg is the one that actually gives Dunk his full name.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, duh, right. Because it's Dunk. And everyone laughs at him. Dunk? That's not a real name. I don't know how many times that was said. But it was...
Quite a few.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a mathematical formula.
All right. That was good, Michael. I'll have to figure that one out. But you're the former educator, Michael, so you'll have to educate me on that.
Mm-hmm.
I did appreciate how when he said Sir Dunk, he said Duncan. Right. And then he finishes it off. So it was both of them. But great. It was him that gave it that. So she says, I know. I'm going to get there, I promise. Just got to get these repairs complete so I can find my desk and laptop under all the boxes. I feel like I'm trapped in an episode of Hoarders right now. Like, ooh, that's a horrible flashback.
Should we send cameras, Hope? No.
Oh, I don't know if we want to do that, but it's all
Well,
good.
by
the way, speaking of kind of perception, was that I think if you've read the books, you always had this perception that that Sir Arlen was this noble and very proud man. And I love the fact that they portray him as this it's like no, he was this old grouchy, honestly kind of a jackass.
Well, yeah, the scene where he's a kid, he says, "Are you going to make me a knight?" Oh, whoa, was it played well? He takes a drink and he spits out to the left. And then he says, upon his deathbed, he made me a knight.
Yeah.
That was, I did chuckle at that. That one was funny. It was good. And then he says, "Hey, dude, I need a lord or a knight to vouch for me. He took a wound for you." Yeah, we took 800 soldiers up that day, dude.
Yeah.
They all took a little more than wounds. But thanks for playing.
Yeah.
I think that's the attitude that he received. But look, I'm not going to say that this episode was perfect, but one of you did say, what a great start to a series.
Yep.
It was good. I think Greg said he was expecting some action in it. I suppose I was too. But then again, guys, look at what we have. It's all about story. Yeah, excuse me, right, Evan? What am I talking about? Story, right?
Right.
It's all about story. I'm needling Evan because he is a writer, and we'll throw that into play in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the humor. It wasn't in-your-face humor. It was real.
Yeah.
And I really do feel for this guy. But he is a decent human being in West. Are they humans? Westeros?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're human.
Yeah, I just have to watch my universes. Sorry. I get a little lost there.
Oh,
but no,
yeah, I believe the way they describe it is this is like the middle of the continent. So they mentioned I can't remember if it was they're in the Reach, not the Riverlands.
Yeah, they said they're in the
around.
Reach.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'd like to point out that we've never really spent very much time in the Reach, either in Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. In theory, we should be spending a lot more time in the Reach next season of House of the Dragon. But you're right, but we haven't really seen it.
Let me not try to be a jerk, but let me test Luke in a way. Enlighten me. And I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I guess I am. King's Landing.
I'll bite.
Okay. King's Landing. Hey, no. King's Landing all the way to the wall. What is the distance? I understand it is significant, but my point is Westeros is huge.
It's very huge. Yeah.
So Luke, please, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I believe you probably do know that.
I so wish I was cool enough to rattle off an exact kilometer for you, how long the King's Road is from King's Landing to the wall. But I'm afraid I can't. I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay, that's fair.
Isn't something like a 6 or 8 months ride by horse?
Well,
so that would assume like the horses are like plodding.
Hope knows the answer.
Hope knows the answer. Hope knows the answer.
Woo!
Come on, woman. Don't tease. Just okay. Well, just please. And no, it's not that. It's because I appreciate, Luke, how you set up everything, and that's the way it went back to you. So I that's why I tempered my responses. Well, I'm gonna see. But so it's 6 to 8 months to okay. So when the king went to, it says
wow,
12.
Jesus.
Okay, so thank you, Hope, and thank you.
That's
Luke.
a long way.
My point is, this is a huge place. So for us to be in the hinterlands, I mean, it's immense, and we're going to be able to see something. Like, we were always in either on the road or in a major city or a castle. Now we are really out in the backwoods, I suppose, or the country, right?
Right, there's more of the country.
Yeah.
What I've read with in terms of size, like if you want like a comparison, someone else can check for this for me. I was told that Westeros is roughly the same size as like South America.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, it's huge. Like that teleportation, no, it's months.
Yeah.
It's months.
Okay.
That's why. So it's like the
It's
amount of time it
something
takes
that the
them.
original series tried to capture in the first few episodes of the first season, but for the interest in getting the story out, it never captured it.
No.
Wow. So you're telling me
like Arya's journey back.
That's
You know, there was so much there that they cut out that really would have demonstrated how long that would have taken.
right.
I want to take a moment, and it's been a little while. Rockers, Los Angeles. Good evening, lords. I'm just here for supper. Shall we dance? Rockers, it has been. It has. Thank you for joining us. Also, Rockers is very well versed in the universe as well. So that is cool. I appreciate the comments, and I'm not even going to bother to think of, well, what do you think is going to happen next week? I'm not there. I'm holding on for the ride. This was a good start. I don't know if you guys want to give it a grading scale. I always change it up to change it up. We did thumbs up, thumbs down with Starfleet Academy. Do you want to do how many pints? I don't know. Hey, that might be something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10.
Yeah.
What do you want to do to say if it was a good episode or not?
Well, what's the scale?
I would say
or is it 5 or is it 3? What is the scale?
Well, I say it's out of 10 pints.
Out of 10
pints.
10 pints.
Can
10
we do the
pints.
math on that, Michael?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, not a problem.
Okay, so we have 10 pints, so it's going to be pints. Okay, so that's good. All right, I'm not saying we're done. I wanted to get that in there. So
You writing it down, Roger? Okay.
yeah. Hey, look. First of all, kids, these are my notes. I'm proud of the notes that I take. And by the way, Luke, I was writing them down. The dates that you were giving me, I'm writing them down.
Good.
Oh,
Wonderful.
There'll be a pop quiz later.
yeah. So I was taking notes. I appreciate it. So I still handwrite my notes, but it's good, guys. I really did enjoy this episode. It was fun. I saw it last night, and then I saw it again maybe a few hours ago, and the rich universe. It is really cool, and I'm holding out hope. I don't know what to expect.
No,
I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what did I miss? What are some of the things that you caught that you guys want to go over, or do you guys want to just we're good? You tell me.
Good.
Wow. Okay. This was a show.
Well, I know one of the things
Right, go
I
ahead.
was like, even my wife mentioned this. We were thinking that this little boy is a little bit too well spoken. Working at he seems educated for working at a roadside inn, and then when he said his name, we're like, oh, he has to be.
Greg, good. Actually, so when he calls him a stable boy, he pauses and this kid gives him lip. I get it. Good point. Okay.
Very good point.
And they dropped that other subtle hint at the end too, where he says, "Oh, I'm gonna take you home." And he's like, "Oh, that'd be King's Landing." He's like, "You're from Flea Bottom."
Right, he did say that.
No, not from Flea Bottom. King's Landing, but not Flea Bottom.
Right. Which was mentioned. I love Dunk talking to his horses. He was talking to them like I talk to my cats. LOL. In the beginning of the episode, asked the horses where they wanted to go. Yes. There was. Do you even say genuine humor? No, it's the humor is good. It is appropriate.
That was honest.
Yeah.
Because like Hope said, I mean, you have conversations with our cats.
Yes. And then it's funny when Baratheon tells him, dude, you're slouching. I'm not slouching. She says, yeah, you are. You're slouching like a maiden on her wedding night. I was like, wow, that was rough, dude. And everyone can see it and makes them human. Yes.
Yeah.
It does. There was a lot of good. I know, Greg, I didn't care for that scene. There was humor to it, but I didn't care for it because I was having a meal too when I was.
It was like what, the first 5 minutes?
Yeah. Oh, and for those that are in Southern California, I had
Yeah.
visited Zanku Chicken, and I was having that. For those that know, so that's what I was having. Ugh. It changed my outlook on my meal.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I apologize. Hey, the food was good, but what he did was something else.
Yeah.
So,
You know, yeah, I would
Go
I would
ahead.
describe the humor as yeah, as subversive. You know,
Yeah.
you go the opposite way of what you. I think that was kind of the big theme of this show is setting up what you expect Game of Thrones to be, which is grand and epic and regal and royal, and you set that up and then you take it the other way. You introduce us to Lionel Baratheon, this great, the Laughing Lord of Storm's End, one of the great lords of the realm, and he's just like, and Duncan asks him, what should I do? It's this great crisis, and he's like, I don't know, I'm drunk. He just walks away, completely the other way with it. And I think I really, really appreciated that.
yeah, that was cool. That was good.
It was very good.
Okay, do you guys want to? No, you know what? Let's not do it for this episode. We'll do it for the next one.
Oh, we're not going to do it for this one? Okay.
What do you think is upcoming? I'm going to save that for the second and third and fourth, unless you guys want to go ahead and give it a shot right now.
Well, I have not read the novella, so like one of my predictions is that Baratheon will vouch for Duncan so he can compete.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Okay, I like that. Okay, because I thought it was going to be that other jerk, Sir Stephen or something, that maybe he would engage him and kind of like, all right, maybe you are a somewhat equal. Do you notice that everyone who is smaller picks fights with Duncan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
want to prove themselves against the big guy.
Lionel even says that. It says a small guy, they don't pick a fight with you. It's the big guys they pick a fight with.
Yep.
Yeah, he says, you're slouching because you've been punched a lot. No. So it was
have
good.
To look down on everybody. That's what
Yeah.
I'm also wondering if the rest of the cast was intentionally cast to be that much shorter than the actor playing Duncan.
That's possible. That's possible.
I can never tell like if they're using like kind of forced perspective and camera trickery, like the way they did the Hobbits or the Rings, or if they actually got like a really tall guy. I could, because it kind of looks like both sometimes. I can't quite tell.
Well, the younger cousin that was getting the crap beat out of him, he was smaller than his older cousin, so he's a small guy anyway, maybe 5'4", 5'6". But him standing against Dunk, it's like all the way up there, and everybody else, everybody else is. I did get a kick out of them whacking his head on the doors. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Huh.
My brother-in-law has been places where he's had that problem.
Yeah, look, I'm not super tall, but I've done that once in my life. But hey, it is all good, as they say. Michael, any thoughts? Anything you want to add?
I really don't. I haven't read the books, so I have.
Well, this book.
I'm Devil, but I have not, and I never read the Game of Thrones stuff either. So so it's very. I have no perspective on anything that could happen, and honestly, I enjoy that because I like to be surprised.
Yeah.
I'll just tell everyone. I was originally not going to look at Game of Thrones because the first 7 minutes freaked me out with the White Walkers. And what got me to watch the show, Roger, do you remember what my silly thing was? What got me to do you remember what I said?
Oh my God.
It was years ago.
I'm going to fail you because you did tell me.
The intro animation pulled me in. I was so impressed with the way they did that, and that got me to watch the show.
We'll talk about
going to turn it off after the White Walkers. I said I can't handle that. So
we will leave that to the second episode as to what Michael is talking about right now. But that's cool. We have our own little continuing storylines amongst those. So it is cool. So look, I think we all did enjoy it. Rockers, Hope, how many pints would you give this episode? I was impressed, really, really impressed. And HBO, thank you for, wow. I was really happy. I don't want to give it a 10, but I'm going to give it 9 of 10 pints.
Okay.
Okay. I was really entertained. I know my opinion might change later, but you guys know, especially those in the entertainment industry, it's the first time. What is it? We all saw Free Willy jump over. Okay, but the second time you can see the digital pixelation.
Right.
It worked the first time. And you know what? This one did. And I consider myself fortunate. It was good. It was fun. I'm in HBO. Good start. Michael.
I don't want to give it that high because I want the other ones to be even better.
Oh, fair enough.
So because of that, I'm only going to give this one a 7. I did enjoy it, but I'd like to be able to, go a little higher. But that's just my opinion. So I'm going to give it a 7.
Greg.
Well, I would have given it an 8, but I have to take 1 pint away for the one left behind the tree. So I will also give it a 7. It had solid character development. You get a sense of who this character is. However, I would have liked to have seen at the end of the first episode him get his confidence, because the whole time I felt he was trying to convince himself he's a knight. And I would have liked to have seen him do one chivalrous thing or something that required him to stand up for somebody and, do something knightly.
Yeah.
So I think that was a big detractor. I'm expecting we will get it, but I would have liked to have seen him at least getting that far, either as he's arriving at the tournament or going on his way to the tournament.
Before I go to Luke to ask him, Greg, let me offer this. In the same way that he received his knighthood, he did his first good deed with egg. That was his first good deed. I'm offering it up.
Not whacking him? I don't know.
No, by saying you're in. I promise to do this and this and this, unless you deserve it. I know that was sarcastic, but anyway, I'm offering that up. I'm probably wrong, but I just want to do that. Luke, go ahead.
Yeah, I was really thinking, and I do appreciate Michael's point of wanting each episode to be better than having something to look forward to. I think that's a very fair point, but just honestly looking at it, I can't think of anything else I wanted more from this episode. So I think I have to give it a 10 pints out of 10 because it was just it was just very cozy, very warm, very fun. I was genuinely laughing, ha ha ha, not for really just struck at multiple points in the show. I was just really charmed, very atmospheric, really cozy. I am coming from a perspective where I have I listened to the novellas on book tape. It's been a while, so I forget a lot, but everything that I loved and remembered about the books was present in here. So, it was honoring the source material a lot. So I just genuinely, I can't think of anything else I wanted more from the show than what they served up to me. So,
well, you have a different perspective than I did because I did
exactly.
So that makes a difference. So, okay.
Yeah.
Evan.
Well, and I kind of have the same viewpoint a little bit with Michael, which is I do like it a lot, but I want to get better. And my one major criticism of it is that it was kind of all set up. Didn't really get anything paid off. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but as long as you deliver. So that's why I'm also going to give it a 7 out of 10 pints. So like I said, it was a good episode, but I don't want it to be the best episode.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if Hope has seen. I don't know if she's seen it or not. But I was going to say, does she want to?
No, she has not seen it.
She has not seen it. Okay.
And Rockers, I don't believe he just said he was in for dinner with us.
That's right. Okay.
but I did like Shall We Dance Off Now. That was pretty good. Okay, well, we have a total of 50. It's 40 out of 10. So, I mean, 40 out of 50.
40 out of 50.
Yeah, 40 out of
Pretty solid.
So an 8 average.
Said the tax preparer right before tax season, right? Oh, my goodness. 40 out of 50. That's 8 of 10. That's actually not too bad.
Yeah.
No. Good start. Good start.
Look, we started at a 7 and we ended at a 10. It's a good start.
Yeah, it's a good
You
start.
know what? We're arguing about how it started, and that is good. So I like that. And you know what I mean by arguing? We're not fighting.
Oh, we're
arguing.
fighting, Roger. You know we
Yeah.
are.
Why do you guys argue? Oh, for the love of all that is holy. For the 7 God. It's 7, right? The 7 gods of Westeros.
Yes, 7. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. By the 7 gods of Westeros. Why don't these people get it? Anyway, it's all good. Guys, here we go. Setup was good. Beautiful show transition. Just excited to see a different formula. Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. That is cool. So, guys, give us a number if you would. We'll add them later, but that's where we are. That's not bad. It was a good start. Way to go, HBO. Again, I thank you guys.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the rest. So we're going to be doing this every week. I think we found a good time slot that's decent for everyone. And because we have our East Coast, we actually have people that watch us live around the world.
That's amazing.
So we're really surprised by that. But this is the first show back since House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
So that's why Game of Thrones stuff, we still have quite a few people that spend time with us. And for those that are watching in the archive or the replay, put your comments in there. Send them to us, and we'll bring them back next week. And we do appreciate Hope in the chat room. Rockers Los Angeles also in the chat room. We're humbled that you come and spend time with us. And I'm blown away by you in the chat room as well as my co-hosts, because you do it for the love of being able to have a conversation. And this is good. Any last thoughts that you guys want to share? Oh, Luke, why don't you give us your... Okay, hold on. I'm not ready for Luke's. I'm ready for Evan. I apologize.
No, I can put it up.
Would you please, Michael?
Yes, I'll
Because
put it up.
apparently I'm not ready for Evans either. I thought I was.
No, I've got him. I just got to scroll down.
But you can tell us in the meantime, Evan, your Instagram.
Oh, it's Evan. So it's my name, Evan Camacho, official. One word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And we can find what you're working on. Anything that you would want to share with us? And I don't want to put you on the spot either, Evan. For
At the
obvious
moment,
reasons.
at the moment, not
with
yet.
Us.
I know.
Yeah.
At the moment, not
good.
yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, fair enough. But that's
Yes,
good.
keyword is yet.
Oh, that's very kind of you. All right, Luke.
Yeah, I don't really have any socials to speak of. You can find
That's
me.
the web. That's the web page.
Yeah. I got a LukeRosenthal.com on Wick's web.
Yeah, I've got
page.
the one up
Got a
here.
little bit there. But yeah, nothing really in that field.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, look, thank you one and all. Appreciate that, folks. Head on over to ndbmedia.net where we have a lot of stuff going on, and we're going to be on next week for at least another 5 weeks. And who knows, we might have a team for House of the Dragon already right here. You never know. And for those of us in Southern California, all kidding aside, there is a 5.1 earthquake that just has hit Indio
Jesus.
right now.
Oh,
This is crazy. You're getting live. Okay.
Are you feeling it yet?
Everyone in Southern California knows where Indio is. It's not that far from me.
No.
So anyway, is this life imitating art or art imitating life? No, it's not good. Okay,
Maybe
folks.
it's a dragon that came, that they found.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is a significant event in Southern California, 5.1. So we'll see. Anyway, I don't want to belabor it. I hope everyone is doing well. And folks, I guess I will have my, I know you guys can barely see it, right? There are my 2 flags or my sigils, right?
You better bring him out closer next
Yeah,
time.
you'll need to bring him closer.
Yeah, and I apologize. Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm getting USGS, everyone. So something has happened in Southern California, folks.
I recognize the Federation one.
Yeah, here we go. That's right, Rockers. Who's also in LA. All right, folks. We'll see you guys on the other side. And
Take care, everyone.
can't wait. We'll see you.
Bye bye, everyone.